about gravity on different planets. The objective of this lesson is I'd like you to be able to describe what gravity is like on different planets. Okay, and we're just going to deal with the planets in our solar system because those are the ones we know so well. All right, the gravity on Earth. The reason we have gravity on Earth is not because of our atmosphere. It is because of how big the Earth is. All right, this is something I've discovered that a lot of boys seem to think at wet pups, or they seem to have been taught that, or they seem to just naturally think. I don't think they were taught this by anybody, but that because we have this air around us, that pushes us onto Earth, and that creates gravity. But that's not true. That's not what's happening. Okay, the air around us, the atmosphere, isn't creating gravity. It's there because of gravity. Okay, the Earth is made of a lot of mass, which means it's made of a lot of atoms, which means it has a lot of gravity. From the gravity video, you should know that gravity, mass creates gravity. So more mass you have, more gravity. Earth is a huge amount of mass, so it has quite a lot of gravity. Okay. If we remove the atmosphere from the Earth, we would still have the exact same amount of gravity. Okay? Gravity is created by the force of the Earth, just the size and the mass, the amount of atoms there are in the Earth. Okay? So let's quickly look at other objects. We're not going to look at planets yet. We're going to look at our sun and at the moon. What's gravity like on those two? Okay? Objects in space that have mass have their own gravity. Anything in space that has mass has gravity. Asteroids, which are much smaller, have gravity. They have very weak gravity. I mean, they have such little gravity that we could possibly jump off asteroids and enter into space. If we'd be stuck into an asteroid, we'd feel a little bit of gravity, and we'd jump off and we'd fly out into space. But the heavier the heavier objects are in space, the more gravity they have. The moon, for example, is 1/6 the mass of Earth. And because of that, because it has 1/6 the amount of atoms in the moon, it has 1/6 the force of gravity. So, a 60-kilogram boy on the moon would only weigh 10 kilograms. So 10 kilograms isn't that weighty. You could probably throw it across the room. So if you were on the moon, you guys could actually throw each other. You could pick up one of your classmates and throw him across a room. All right? That's how light you would be on the moon. That's how sweet gravity is. The sun is the opposite case. Okay, the sun has 28 times more mass than Earth. I think it's actually a lot more than that. But that means that the gravity on the sun, this is true, gravity is 28 times stronger on the sun than it is on Earth. So a 60-kilogram boy on the sun would weigh 1,674 kilograms. That means you would be so heavy on the surface of the sun that you would crush yourself, okay? Here's a quick, I'll share this with you, but this is how much you would weigh in kilograms. If you weighed 60 kilograms on Earth, this is how much you would weigh on different planets, okay? Based on this, we can kind of figure out what the mass is of these different planets, how big these different planets are. So if you look at the moon, it's 1/6 Earth. Venus is just a bit smaller than Earth. Mercury is about twice the size of the moon. And here you can see Pluto, which we now classify as a dwarf planet. You can see why. We'd only weigh 3 kilograms on Pluto. Where that's probably it's just a bit less than a shot put ball. Okay, so if you can shot put a ball here on Earth 10 meters or so, you could shot put a classmate, a 60-kilogram boy, the same distance on Pluto. All right? That's crazy. So the Pluto is much smaller than our own moon. But then you get Jupiter, which is about 3 times heavier than Earth. Okay? All right. Fantastic. So here's the comparison of your weight on different planets if you weigh 60 kilograms. The more mass the planet has, the more gravity the planet has. All right. That should make sense to you boys. If you have any questions, come to me. I will share a calculator like this where you can work out how much you would weigh exactly on different planets. All right. Have a fantastic day.